Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel again. Right, quick update. You may or may not be aware, but the TURNIGY EVOLUTION transmitter has got a new firmware update available. I've downloaded it, put it on. It's got some great new bits and pieces on, some extra little bits. What I'll do is I'll zoom in, do a quick close-up video and put it on and just let you know, show you what the new firmware is. You might already know, but just a quick update for want of a better word. But what you won't know, if you haven't put it on yet, is you lose a lot of stuff and you have to put stuff back on again. Like the simplest bits, you'll have to reband to your models, to your receivers and all like that, which isn't the end of the world. But what I found, and just for argument's sake, on my 250 quad, which I have running with Libre Pilot software, everything vanished. I had no controls. I mean, my switches I had for my rate modes. Basically I had to go through Libre Pilot again and redo the entire software settings, and it wiped out everything. So none of my switches would work or anything, so I had to reset everything. So just a warning, if you do the firmware update, you could lose a lot of stuff and have to put it back on again. But there is some new stuff in the firmware that's quite interesting. Right, I'll just do this quick little zoom in just to show you, and don't know if it'll fit on there. If not, I'll do a full zoom in, if you know what I mean. God, I'm waffling. But anyhow, here it is. Right then guys, let's have a look at some of these new settings. First of all, if you push to the right, you can see here, that's my battery on the actual transmitter, hence it's in TX. Now, I haven't got anything plugged in at the moment, any quads are out, but if I had it, it'd give the RX and the voltage as well. Okay, you've got your, as usual, your channels there, your movie video, you've seen that before, I'm not going to go into that. Right, oh, you've also still got your normal battery stuff and everything. Now on your timer, if you see at the bottom where the timers are, it says TRX, TRS. That's an extra function they've got as like a stopwatch, for want of a better word. Slightly different, you can look into that yourself. Flight modes, which is assigned to switches, so you can choose whatever they do. And if I click on it, you can rename them in here where that says LiPo for my reasons. You just rename them and assign your different switches or whatever. That's a different feature. One thing I do like, if I scroll down to select model, there you go. As you can see there, now it's actually got the name of the selected model. Like there, me DRL Sim, which speaks for itself, and the QV250, but as you get the gist, because before you used to be scrolling blind and you had to remember what was on what. So that's another little feature. There is one or two more features, but I won't go into everything because it'll spoil the fun. Now, if you want to do the firmware update, what you need to do first of all is go on to Hobby King, find the TURNIGY EVOLUTION, go to the file section and click on it, and you can download the manual and everything there, but also it'll say firmware update file. All you do is click on that, download it to your computer, and then you plug in your transmitter, your TURNIGY EVOLUTION, you know, with your USB port, plug that in and click on firmware updates, which I'm not going to do because I've already done it. And once it's connected to the computer, click on the download file that you've downloaded from Hobby King, then click continue, and as most people say, follow the on-screen instructions, and your new firmware will come up as 0.09 3rd of March 2017. And that's all there is to it if you want to do it. Okay then, well now you've seen it, it's worth updating. It's got some new interesting little added bits in the firmware which you might use, you might not use. It's nothing that's a necessity. If you're happy with the way your TURNIGY EVOLUTION's working now, I wouldn't even bother. I wish I hadn't bothered, to be quite honest. There's not really there that jumps out at me that made me think, oh wow, this is brilliant. You know what I mean? All it did was make me reprogram all my flight software data. Now, it all depends if you're using clean flight or whatever, which I wasn't on that quad, so it might be different. But like I said, with the Libre Pilot, I had to reinstall everything, not into my quad, into the transmitter. I'll redo all the switches and everything, as I said. But anyhow, I want to keep this short because I know I'm waffling now, so hope that helps, and cheers.